Hey, Smart Marketer community. Great that you had the time to listen to this episode. Click the link below, and we have prepared a special offer for you so you can kickstart your new SKU additions to increase your revenue already this year and make sure that you make more money by the end of 2025.
You excited?
100%. I mean, it's great to be here and support the community. So it's definitely kind of a first thing for Supliful to start to go out there and be more like with the crowd and in in-person events. So it will be interesting how this all plays out.
So happy to have you here. It was interesting. Obviously, I met you. I knew that you would be here sponsoring Smart Marketer Live. And then a mastermind member last week, I was on a call with them and they brought up Supliful. And I'm like, wow, okay, he's actually going to be there. So it's cool. There was a natural progression of our audiences even before this. So that's always a good signal.
100%. What we want to be is that when at the beginning of the event you asked like how many people choose Supliful, there was basically no hands. We need to turn this around, that we have 100 hands or 200 hands. So that's why we're here and that's why we're working together.
Yeah, thanks for being here. So really the topic of this episode is how business owners and marketers can add products to their product line to grow their business, to increase lifetime value. It's a pain point, and even if it's not a pain point, it's an opportunity for all of you out there. So Martins, you own a company called Supliful.
Yeah.
We are in full support of what you're doing. Before we get into more of the content questions, can you let people know exactly what you guys do?
Yeah, 100%. So Supliful is a platform that allows brands to launch and run products like skincare, supplements, coffee products, basically consumables with no risk of inventory. And we ship all the products nationwide within 1 to 2 business days. And again, no minimum order quantities.
Wow.
So you could
in
literally,
the United States.
Yes, so all happening in the United States, all products manufactured in the US. We have all the necessary certificates. We've been doing this for 4 years now. We ship more than 1 million packages nationwide, and businesses have made more than 40 million in revenue.
Wow.
And this is just the beginning.
So the entrepreneur in me wants to know, why did you start this?
Yeah, that's a very good question. So I've been in the e-commerce space for almost a decade now.
Okay.
And we started our first e-com brand here in the US, and it was in the home decor space.
Okay.
And we were using companies.
What were you selling?
Yeah, so we were selling posters.
Oh, I love it. Okay.
Yes.
I did not expect that.
Yeah, and very random, you know. And we were using companies like in the print-on-demand space that allowed us to sell these posters with no upfront investment in inventory, in equipment, in team. So our job was to build a brand and make sure that people buy that product.
Sure.
So we bootstrapped that business to more than 7 figures, and we successfully sold it back in 2020. Thanks. And after selling that, there was a massive challenge with that. Selling these posters, there were no repeat sales. We constantly needed to acquire new users.
Yeah, probably almost zero.
Yes, we didn't even measure that metric. So, and
you gave up on that.
Yeah, basically. And we were looking into what type of physical products we can start selling, where there's more repeat sales cycle, where there's this nature of needing to buy them again because they run out.
Sure.
And we were start to look into consumables, either a coffee brand or a supplement brand or a skincare brand. And the founding team very quickly realized that this is extremely difficult to do because it takes you months to find the right production partners. You need to invest anywhere between 20 to 50,000 in inventory. And you need to set up your own 3PL or send it to an Amazon. So it's a very complicated, time-consuming and risky process.
Sure.
And pretty much that's when the idea of Supliful was born. Like, we need to remove all those barriers and ensure that entrepreneurs can launch and grow their brands super quickly, on trend, and with low lift.
Wow. I mean, you are really solving the biggest problem in business right now. And I don't even want to say e-commerce because this is information business, software biz. This really applies to anyone who has a business.
Yeah.
Costs of traffic are rising. That's the case every year. That will never not be the case. and businesses that do not have repeat customers, it's really hard to scale. You know, Ezra just announced on stage that we're looking to acquire more brands. And when we chatted about that, the number one thing we were looking for is something that already has built-in recurring revenue. So you are literally solving the biggest problem in the space right now. So you said that everyone will be selling consumables in the next 2 years, like you just described. Coffee, anything that, well, you consume. Why do you believe that?
Well, there's two ways how we look at the market. Is basically kind of on a macro level. What we are seeing, and most likely you're also seeing, especially with this audience, is that more and more there will be micro brands that enter the market that speak to a specific audience, and it's still, you know, a 10 million, a 20 million business per year, but it just speaks to a very narrowed niche, right? And second is the tools that we provide is allow these people to access these markets. So there's very low lift. The barriers of entry are very low to build brands. So more and more micro brands will take share away from these established brands that are basically in retail, that are everywhere, just because the messaging needs to be more personalized. And second, also what we are seeing is they want more quality. That is also what we provide, the transparency of ingredients, where they are being sourced from, where they're coming from, where they're manufactured in. And last but not least, we discussed about Oura Ring and data. And more data is coming in the world, and personalized products will be the future. The question is, and what many brands are not able to build and where we're heading to, is how do you enable that personalization on a manufacturing level? And of course, it will take next probably 5 to 10 years to realize that vision. But today we are already taking the right steps towards that direction.
Yeah, it's cool. Even the hair care that I use, my shampoo, my conditioner, I buy through Pros. I'm sure you've seen that brand. I don't know how many actual variations or actually how customized it is. Hell, they could have 2 or 4 variations and they're just slapping my name on it. But you know, the amount of information they've collected from me, my zip code, everything about my hair, it's fascinating. And I do feel like I'm getting a customized product. Do you feel like consumers are also leaning more towards buying or more open to buying consumables than they used to be? Like, for example, I used to not buy shampoo or conditioner online. I also even buy my cold brew coffee on the internet. It comes every single month. Do you see this as a trend also in consumer behavior?
I would say that generally, if we look at a high level, then e-commerce is growing. But in terms of consumables, we have to be very mindful about the fact that retail is still king. If we take a look at consumables, is just maybe 10% of all the products are being bought online. The rest still goes through retail. So
wow, so we have a lot of work to do. A lot of opportunity there.
Yes.
So speaking of Supliful, which I like the name, how easy is it to add a supplement to your business? So let's say I am selling information to a certain group of people and educating them on something about their health. And I want to add a supplement to the back end, or I'm an e-commerce brand selling anything and I want to add a supplement. We have a client, Sweet Flex, that sells leggings with resistance bands built in.
Nice.
I'll introduce you here. And we have been telling them, guys, someone's buying that because they want to get in shape. They want to feel better. They're not buying them because they're leggings. That would be a perfect addition to that brand to increase the recurring revenue. So how easy is it to do that?
Yeah, it's super easy, honestly. If the setup, if the brand chooses one of our 250 products on the catalog, it can
250, wow.
Yes, and those are basically one click away. So you could design a label, you can link Supliful infrastructure to the already running Shopify store. It takes one click of a button because we have a fully built out Shopify app on the ecosystem of Shopify. And publish the products and start selling. When someone buys those products, it comes to us or to one of our manufacturing partners, and then we prepare, pack, and ship that order on their behalf.
Wow.
Now, what is, of course, very trendy is that we start to build out a lot of AI tools.
Sure.
So for that specific brand, for these leggings, they would basically add their website link to our tool. The AI would understand what is their audience based on the website, and it will actually suggest fully custom products that they could launch within just 3 to 4 weeks.
Crap. So you don't even have to think about it.
No. Or suggest something from our already existing catalog.
Wow. So you aren't just selling physical products, you've developed software and tools.
Yes, 100%. And I think that's where it's maybe our Achilles heel, or sometimes it's a good thing that we don't know too much in detail about the consumable production, but we are really going into this industry with a software mindset. So we're literally digitizing the whole space from the production floor, of automating even production, and then transferring that to software and making sure all these are connected and allow people to launch these products.
Well, and that's probably what sets you apart from your competitors, and why we are recommending you and not other brands that do what you do. So very, very smart move. So for founders worried about cash flow, as most founders are, how does Supliful make it possible to launch without heavy upfront costs?
Yeah, so basically, as we discussed in the beginning, for the 250 plus products, there's no minimum order quantity.
Wow.
And how we're able to do it is that we basically have similar formulations. So it's white labeling. And as those orders come in, we label with your own brand and ship it out. So we really recommend to start experiment with just the white labeling and understand, hey, this formulation, this product works. And then as you see your order volumes go from 20 orders to like 200 or 300 orders per day, we help you customize your packaging. And eventually we help you even customize your own fully custom formula without the upfront cost for you.
Wow. And for brands that are already selling consumables, skincare brands, people that are already successful out there doing it, why would this make sense for them?
So one way is that they offload their inventory costs and their operations to Supliful. So we basically become almost like their COO. So we start managing their inventory. They don't need to pay for the inventory. But what it would mean is that they would need to bring in their products on our manufacturer network. Okay. We keep expanding that manufacturing network, but it won't be like, hey, we just buy the product from the manufacturer that you are manufacturing in, and you wouldn't need to pay for the inventory. We would just kind of do everything for you. No, they would need to onboard on our ecosystem.
Sure. Okay. And
does that make sense?
Yeah, of course. And just looking at the consumable market in general, going into 2026, what are some big trends you're seeing? What's hot?
So I think in terms of the product categories that we are carrying, one is that we recently launched more than 20 different coffee products that can be fully customized.
Wow.
And functional coffees. So for example, products that have some sort of additional benefit just without the caffeine. So for example, like mushroom coffee. Okay. It gives you the caffeine without the jitters. So, and we already know that there's billion-dollar brands existing in the market.
Oh yeah.
But the thing is that, again, about niches. Mm-hmm. So you can pick airline pilots as a niche and specifically talk to them in their language and pitch the brand, the product to that type of audience. And it still can be
so smart.
200, 300,000 business per year.
Yeah.
But there's no operation. It can be a one-man company.
So smart, and coffee is so broadly applicable. We had a student that had a coffee business with the Christian market, and then he would put in a Bible verse that they pulled out. I mean, the possibilities are endless, and you make it so easy.
Exactly.
Do you have any other case studies you want to share of brands that are using Supliful to grow?
Yes. So one of our case studies that we've seen a huge success, especially with the brands that are in the smart marketer community, is that this repeat sales kind of case study. So we had this brand that was selling a red light phase laser. And what was the biggest problem? There's low repeat sales. So with the help of the our team and the initial AI tools, we find a perfectly matching product for that hero SKU.
Wow.
And they launched basically a skincare product. And within just 3 months, they went from 20 orders per month to 20,000 orders per month.
Wow.
Allowing the brand make 1.7 million in revenue within just 3 months.
That's incredible, yeah.
And we supported the whole growth. We supported the inventory growth. The brand just needed to take care of driving additional traffic and extra monetizing that. Basically sales that they are already doing.
Yeah, that's so smart. We had a client in the red light market, and that was always our issue. We would just hit scale, and we would tell him we need something on the back end, and just I think it felt like a big task. And I so wish I would have known you all at that moment. But $1.7 million, wow. Okay, I want to talk about the certificate of analysis and your products being made in the USA. This matters to a lot of our amazing people out there watching and listening. Can you just talk about that?
Yeah. So the whole supplement and also consumable industry, also in skincare, there's sometimes a lot of stigma around it, and we want to ensure that we remove that stigma by being fully transparent, by partnering with manufacturers that have high quality standards, making sure that they have all the CMGP certificates, that they are FDA registered, and that they're not some shady type of Chinese manufacturer.
And especially with this, I mean, people are literally putting this on or in their bodies. So
100%.
This is not a joke.
And it's our responsibility to make sure that these products are good. So every ingredient has their own certificates. Every product batch that we produce have certificates of analysis. Our team is working in the back end to introduce like a third-party lab testing, meaning that you would launch a brand or add additional SKU. You could send that specific SKU batch to a lab test. It will be branded with your own logo and everything. And you could add it in your sales funnel as additional proof of that specific product contains the ingredients.
Wow. I mean, this seems like such a small detail, guys, but this really, really matters. And it especially matters on the back end, right? You do not want to make a mistake here and go with products that really aren't up to snuff. Someone gets sick, you get sued. I mean, this is real stuff. Okay, so we're going into Q4. Most exciting time for all of us. Why should people do this now? Why should people sign up with Supliful now?
It's a missing opportunity if you don't sign up.
And it's so easy.
Yeah,
I mean,
pretty much.
We're talking just
you're
a few
leaving
minutes.
money on the table. So it literally, with the support of our team, we have launched an upsell product for several brands within 15 minutes.
God.
And it starts selling, and it instantly plugs into the network of manufacturers. The orders are being delivered within 1 to 2 business days. And and stepping back a bit on the quality, look, we've shipped out more than 1 million items. So it's a decent amount of volume. And we had 0 claims. We had 0 issues with the products just because the way we operate and the importance we put into the quality of the products.
Wow. So y'all, the time is now, whether it's Q4, Q1, whenever you are watching or listening to this episode, Martins is someone that we trust deeply. Makes it so easy for you to do this. This is literally a no-brainer. And it doesn't matter your business model. You do not have to have an e-commerce business for this to make sense. I wish this would have been around the last 13 years of my career. So thank you for bringing this to life. Is there anything else you want to add for our listeners?
Just support our growth, support us, launch new brands. If we are able to, grow the business, we can transfer that to new features. We can introduce more products. We can build full product customizability with very, very low barriers of entry. And I think we are really on the right path to ensure that making sure that all these brands become successful, because if they are successful, then we are successful and our manufacturers are happy. So it's all a value add chain. And as long as we're able to achieve it, I'm grateful for that.
Yeah, that's a win-win-win.
Exactly.
Well, thank you for being on our show. Thank you for sponsoring our event and trusting Smart Marketer. Smart Marketer community, definitely check out Supliful. Let us know if you have any questions. And Martins, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for inviting us. And let's hope for a fruitful partnership. And we're happy to be part of the community. Thanks, Molly.
Thank you. See you soon.
Hey, Smart Marketer community. We have prepared a special offer for you that will help you to launch your own fully custom products with our unique AI product formulator tool. It will allow you to match your website audience with a fully custom product. So click the link below, register, and start playing around with the tool. And we will quickly help you launch a fully custom product within just 3 to 4 weeks.